Man, it's so peaceful in this house. Like, it's like nobody here. I think the whole city is mourning. I just realized how many people lost somebody in January. Like, a lot of people lost. This is just sent me to go do more research on the month of January. But I try to encourage everybody that while you're believing this is a new year and everything is about to blossom and bloom, you don't realize this is it's cold. The ice queen is out here. Nothing is blooming in the cold, in the dark, in the eerie. It's just not blooming. It's just not blooming. Mm. I don't know if y'all know about the barber that came up missing in August um, in Detroit. I grew up with him. He was my brother's age. I was his sister. I'm his sister's age. One of the sisters that's still alive. Um, Sister just passed recently, a few months ago. She OD'd. Um, the little brother who I was in court with, he got 3 months. I got time served. He came home and they gave him a party, and the sister my age had moved from Atlanta to get away from a crazy boyfriend. She just moved back from Atlanta, and the crazy boyfriend came over, kicked the door in, stabbed him to death, stabbed her, and he passed away. He did. Another brother, Darcy, uh, he died on a motorcycle accident. Right, like the day I left and moved to um, Texas. He passed, and the cousin Gary, the one that died in the fire, trying to get get his dogs out, he passed. Um, Baby sister died. She had an illness. She died real young. She died when we were in, like, I had just made it to high school, so she was like in middle school, almost in high school. She passed away. She was the sweet little fragile one. She was the age of my sister that always fly home and mess with me and the kids. So it's like one of them for all of us, but they mom, my mom always said they mom kept going. And then the mom passed last year or the year before last, but she passed. And they just confirmed D Wood's death. He was the one in the house fire. I guess the autopsy just came back, and that was his body that was burned to death in an abandoned building on the abandoned home on the east side. So I don't know like exactly how I'm feeling. I just got really emotional about it because my brother died on the 2nd, my best friend died on the 5th, my father died on the 20th, my little play father died on the 30th. It's like what's next? And then I was talking to, the hood sister. We grew up together in the hood, and her grandfather died today. This is the day of his death. I found out about my best friend, my son's godmother. Her murderer was found and captured. We found out about that on the 1st or the 2nd. Around that time, we was on the phone talking to each other, and then she said, "I'm gonna call you back. These the detectives." Her mom did, and she called me back and said they got him. So this a month that I usually lay low and stuff, but I'm pissed off because my daughter went to work and she left and didn't tell nobody nothing. So I kind of was a little pissed off, and then I woke up to all of this flooding my feed with they found them. Then I'm trying to, the older women, they go to the news, and she just realized they ain't said shit on the news, and I'm like, yeah, you gotta have your hood source. But I don't know. Blessings to that family, to the Woodard family, because they done lost a lot. They lost, and it's like the hits just keep going. So, I didn't mean to make this a downer beginning of the reading. It just was on my mind. And it's like, because I just can't get over seeing them in the grocery store. It was just like, you ain't seen somebody in so freaking long, and the last time you seen them, they was taller than you. I used to think D Wood was so huge and buff, and he was not. He was like, he was tall, I could say, to a lot of women, but y'all know I'm a damn Amazon queen, and he buff. So it's like our family, the giants, and their family, they like the mini. I don't know how to say it. They just smaller than us, but it's more than them. The sister that's my age, it's like her name is Juaniva. A beautiful name, Juaniva Woodard. They all had beautiful names. Ethel, Darcy, D Wood was David. Um, Marcia was the baby sister, pretty little name. Wait, Martina. Was it Martina? One of them. Somebody is Martina and somebody is Marcia. Marcia the oldest sister, and Martina was the baby sister. Ethel, all of them, they all had unique names. Their mama was unique. I remember mama used to say, because my mama had a thing, she named all her girls CLWs, right? And their mama named their names was just so freaking unique. They all had same fathers like we did, and they had a tribe. My mom had a little tribe. My granddaddy had a tribe, but everybody was by the same men. And ain't nothing against people who got multiple baby daddies. Here, I got two baby daddies. They both ugly, okay? It's just back then. That's how it was. I ain't trying to make y'all down and gloomy, y'all. I ain't. I'm just shouting the brother out. I'm gonna put his picture up on the community board or in my feed. I was hoping I wasn't. You know how you wish it'd be everything else but what people say. You just wish somebody find someone and they in another state and they got amnesia and they don't remember shit. Like, don't you just wish sometimes the people that's missing, they just got amnesia. They didn't go home. They forgot everything. But they still alive. But no. It's like Shaka. Something in me. The light went out. I shedded a tear for him. As brave as Shaka was, the light went out. And if Shaka was to show the hell up, I don't know what I'll do. It's been 2 weeks, almost 3. I don't know. He left out the house on Christmas Day. That's all I remember. He bitched and yelled at me to let him out, and it was that storm, and he wanted to go. But Shaka always went out in weird weather. It never stopped him. He was even out there sliding. Shaka was sliding in the ice storm. Shaka was a weird cat, man. And I remember one day I walked out to go to work. It's not called myself trying to work early in the morning. I walked out to go to work, so Shaka goes with me. And I turned and I freeze. And Shaka looking at me like, what's wrong with you, lady? So he turns and look at what I'm looking at, and it was a husky standing there. So Shaka turned and looked at the husky. And then he didn't put his back up. He didn't get in that cat stance. He did nothing. He just turned and walked and ran up the tree. And he just turned to walk and ran to the tree and started polishing his nails. And then he ran up the tree. And I was like, Shaka, you just gonna leave me like this? What am I supposed to do? And then he came back down the tree and he went down the alley. And I'm like, how you just gonna abandon me like this? You're supposed to protect me. And then it was like he had no care in the world for that fucking dog. Like this nigga's the punk. So I was like, look, I gotta go to work. Okay, I don't want a problem. You can do whatever you want to do. I don't have no problem. And I kept walking. The dog looked at me and he ran to somebody else, sat on the porch like I scared him. And I was just like, oh, this is the bitch. This the bitch that Shaka see. He see the bitch in you. So big hugs to anybody going through something, going through any damn thing. Shit, not just missing somebody or anything like this. Just going through something that feel down, just want to give up. Like, don't. Cause that's too easy. It's too easy to give up. And it's so funny, we was in that damn store and he was like there talking about some, he wanna know where my brother's at and stuff. And it's like it never fails. Like all of the men his age, or like the one dude around the corner, I don't know where this dude came from. I was going on my little walk and then I heard somebody blow a horn, but you know, I'm an asshole. So he came and pulled up on me. He was like, you old dude with the green eyes, sister, ain't you? And I'm looking like, oh my God. He was like, you Baloo, sister. And he was like, hey, and your brother, your other brother, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's me. And it was like, he's like, where your brother's at and stuff like that. And now I gotta tell somebody what happened to my brother. Like, I don't know if I'm running or if I'm just tired of being the only one, but I think I'm sick of answering the question. And it's like I'm the only one here to answer it. And I don't want to answer it no more. Even with my dad, and people come up to me, yo, daddy, lit this up, he did this, he fixed this, he took a wrench and he did this, and he did. And I don't want to hear it no more, because it was a moment for them, but it's eternity for me. I forever ever just go over, because it's so easy to remember the bad, but in death, for some reason, something happened when my dad died. It's like his death wasn't, I don't know, it just feel like, you know how you feel like somebody wasn't supposed to die? It's just I constantly feel like he really wasn't. Like, it was, I pulled on the fact that he wanted to versus he didn't want to. His actions spoke of he wanted to, but his words said he didn't want to. It was just really confusing to me. And then I always get the buddy in. I'm the one arguing and fighting with them, and then they're gone. Just like my brother. Argue, fought with my brother, gone. Argue and fight with my dad, gone. So it's like the load get it, and then I turn around and be the one to bury them or put their ceremony together. That's just so crazy how it works. It really is crazy how it works. And I was trying to tell my dad, like, I don't want my kids to see this, and you won't just be in the hospital and go go to the steps because it was to the point I couldn't care for him here. He would have to stay in the hospital and seek the care. They wanted to help him. The doctor wanted to help him. That's why they let me know he escaped. But I feel like he just didn't want to die alone. And I get it. I get it. He didn't want to die alone. You shouldn't have to. But you gotta explain that to people. And I beat him up real bad because I told him how much it's so funny how you wasn't really there for my son, but my son is there for you, front and center. Yes. I done got into it with my son over my daddy. Like, no, just help him. Like, I guess he felt like I was supposed to just shut up and help him. But you know, when you don't show your kids everything that's going on and then they get the balls to talk to you like that, then you have to tell them, okay then. You have to spit it to them. And then they shrivel up. But I love my daddy. I fought and loved my daddy. And I really realized what some people had said to me. Because my daddy always said I was like my mama. But everybody else always said I was like my dad. That's the funny part. My daddy always said I was like my mama because my daddy said, I ain't getting into between nothing with y'all ever again. Whenever y'all get into it, I want to be on the other side of the world. That's all I keep thinking about. What he said. Like, next time y'all get into it, I want to be on the other side of the world. He said something about pleasing his wife and his first daughter. I'm like, the first daughter? What does this mean? Like, I keep hearing this first daughter stuff. And then I kind of dug a little bit last night and it was saying how, you know how everything's switched around and everything is made about the first son. But it's really about that goddamn Y gene that go from woman to woman to woman to woman to woman. So whatever my ancestral DNA lies, you don't just have the DNA of your father. Why do people think that? I don't understand. People are so ignorant to anatomy. It's just like, oh. It's the Y gene. Study your Y gene. Trace your women. Trace your Y gene. That's your lineage. Of course, this is not about to be a goddamn reading. I gotta read Sage. I gotta exhale. I gotta rechannel, meditate. I can't even talk, y'all. I was up and down about doing a reading any other way because it was like, I'm just gonna take a break this weekend. But then this occurred, and I'm like, and it was too much. When I woke up, it's like my daughter's not home, and then I opened up my phone, Ebony going fucking wild. Then I seen another somebody else I grew up with, she didn't snapped, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Because you know sometimes you just think somebody mad. No, these people are mad. And I'm looking, so I had to contact homegirl, like, bro, sis, what's going on? And sure enough, because I called her to I call her 8 Mile News, y'all. She 8 Mile News. I don't know. For some reason she get an alert so fast. I don't know where she get these alerts from. Something better just happened. She is before the news. I keep telling her, would you do a damn YouTube page? Or you got to do your own page, girl, because you get everything. Oh, and then this is another thing that tricked me about D Wood, because I was so mad, and I'm learning now to, when I type out my rage, instead of sending it and posting it, turn around, get it all out, and then delete it. I'm deleting it. I'm doing my best all year, and for now on, not all year, for now on, to just, if it gets to the point that I can't help it, type it all out, and then delete it. But they found a woman in the back of a house and someone didn't bury her body all the way. You know what I'm saying? So it was pieces of her body. The DTE worker, the electrical company, was working and found it. Found her. Sorry, found her. And somebody put in the comments, man, maybe it's that barber they say they can't find. And I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I lost it. I lost my fucking soul. I lost my goddamn soul when they said that. Like, you people really just say shit out the side of your fucking face, huh? And I'm gonna go a little bit further and say how people always up there talking about, oh, he died, he was a good boy, she was a good girl. No, you don't know what she said out the side of her face that triggered a family member. You know what I'm saying? It was another comment that was made. This is a couple of years ago, but it was my homeboy's nephew. And he was with some dudes that wound up killing another dude. He didn't have nothing to do with this shit, okay? He was just with the crowd. I don't even think he was all the way with him. He was just, you know how they catch you on camera in a group? Long story short, somebody came up dead. It was his group versus that group, and someone wound up dead, right? Fast forward to why they wound up dead is because one of their producer, what the hell that boy name is? Shit, his name on every damn thing. It was their producer. The little young dude grew up in the doggone hood, became a hood producer, and produced all of their doggone music. Young Woo, Don Woo, something Woo. Woo on the beat. Something. He wound up murdered or whatever. These son of a bitches shout out in the crowd where the young man who passed brother is in this group, right? And says, that's why your brother dead. And it was like in that moment, I embodied the energy of the shooter and the mindset of the shooter. Because you can't say you just so together that you is above murder. What Tupac always said, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. I'm not a killer. Don't push me. Don't push me to have to protect myself or feeling like you being disrespectful. My bad. So anyway, y'all, big hugs to everybody. Oh, and there's one more other thing. So, well, I didn't finish it, but anyway, so dude had the actual killer. He had shot the dude that said that. Now, I'm not justifying somebody not being able to accept words and use violence because they can't take words. I'm not ever gonna justify that. But in that state of mind, in grief, you don't know what to set somebody off. You just don't know what to set somebody off. You just don't fucking know. But in war, there's no limits, and those boys was in a war. So the internet posts my homeboy's nephew and says they want him for questioning for conspiracy. And I'm like, see, this the shit that pissed me the fuck off. This the shit that get people murdered, okay? Because you assuming he is the guy, and he's not the guy. Because that's the first thing the comments said. He did it. He looked like he did it. He this and this and that. And I ain't gonna lie, I went to war with the motherfucking comments. Like, y'all don't even know what the fuck y'all talking about. Y'all don't even know that little boy. You don't. He was a senior, and he had just graduated. He had him a good ass job because their father got all his sons in a way. Every bitch would want their son. His sons. I ain't lying. Well-structured young men. That's why I did not mind my son being around them. They are well-structured young men. So what, they rap? They ain't out here shooting them up, bang, bang, acting stupid. They got their families, their little girlfriends. We just had seen them at some party I was at. I just see, oh, the wedding, my homeboy's wedding, the reception. I seen them all there with their little girlfriends and their babies and stuff. They all grew up into nice little young men and shit. Because one of them, I called my little boyfriend, was just so fine. But you just, the social media, they put this narrative out here. It's like you convicted. Half of the people that's running their mouth don't know shit about law. That's the part that get on my nerve. They don't know shit about the justice system. And then there was another thing. They posted this yesterday. And for some reason, usually you feel bad for the brutality that has happened to somebody. But this young man, not even a young man, this is a perv. He decides to rape a little teenage girl. Right? So the family found him. Not only the family, the neighborhood found him. Beat the dog dingling off of the man, right? And sat there, kept him stuck down there in the damn grass and had the police come get him. Nobody said nothing. Oh, well, he molested the girl. We don't know nothing. And I had said that was natural justice to me, because that's how justice really is. Now y'all can take him away, because who you about to get to beat this nigga ass? Nobody. And you want to know something? That little girl is going to forever feel protected in her community, because that man made it very clear, don't come in our neighborhood fucking with our children. And that's why I was mad at my daughter. Because if you don't have to, why? If you didn't, I don't care. I don't care if it's right here on the damn corner. I don't fucking care. I'm not doing shit. Wake me up. It's the sacrifice of a parent. It's the sacrifice of an older brother. Just like I go swoop down and come pick him up if he in some shit. It's too dark. It's too fucked up. It's too crazy. I will swoop down and come get him. Just like when they had their ass downtown and the bus never come. What the fuck? You got, if you coming from downtown in Detroit, you got to be on the bus by 7 o'clock or face whatever you about to face. Because it's about to get thick. Especially in the summer. Especially at the main terminal. That shit is patrolled by police for a reason. Because it's always some shenanigans going on. And now y'all scared. And then on my way to go get them, do you want to know that it was like a all black Cherokee almost ran me off the doggone road, like literally. And it was to the point I was like, I'm not about to argue. I ain't having road rage. I'm just about to let them go. I'm about to get my kids and take my ass back to this damn house, okay? And then next morning, what did we see? That exact Cherokee shoot up a whole damn crowd. And kill a young man. Like, come on. And there's nowhere you can run from violence. People like, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here because I'm sick of this place. I've been here my whole damn life. Ain't nobody else here. But I just want to be more rural. I'm more rural. I want a garden. I want my animals to run free, and I want my gun on my front porch and don't nobody say shit to me. I want the big ass rifle so I can pick it up and bust a bitch upside their head with. Like, I don't want this life. I don't want this city shit. I don't think I ever been a city person. I always crave for the country life. Even as a kid, when my mama first showed me Sarah Plain and Tall, baby, it was over after that. She was in the most boring. She lived where, what's his name? Stephen King make all his scary movies in Maine. Baby, bad. I don't care. I wanted to move there. I wanted country living, country life. I want country. I want a hole in the wall. All green when I walk outside. Green and animals. That's what that look like. Green and animals. That's all I want to see. Nevertheless, I'm going to get to y'all reading, but like, once again, RIP to the, or I ain't going to say RIP. Well, see you in the ethers, bro. Mr. Woodger, David Woodger. See you in the ethers, and strength to your family. Ashe.